Welcome back to Harbour Unboxed. Yes, as you can tell, I am very excited, more so than usual, and that is because I have a heap of very cool PC hardware here, and with it I plan to build an amazing gaming system, and the best bit is one lucky viewer will be able to call it their own very soon. Thermaltake has been extremely generous by not only providing the cool hardware that you see here for the build, but they're also responsible for organising pretty much the whole giveaway by calling on their partners MSI, Kingston and AMD to get involved. In this video, I'm more or less just showing off the hardware I have to build the Ryzen 7 giveaway PC, so consider this a bit of a teaser. In the next day or so, I will complete the build, show it off to you guys, and run a few benchmarks. Now, if you were to go out and buy all this hardware to build your own PC, you'd be looking at spending roughly $2,200 US or 3,300 Aussie, so this is by no means a low budget build. At the core of the build, we have the incredible MSI X370 X-Power Gaming Titanium motherboard, and this thing comes with all the bells and whistles. You get two M.2 slots, Audio Boost 4 with amplifier, USB 3.1 Gen 2, Intel LAN, and much more. This really is the pinnacle of AM4 motherboards. Complementing the extreme MSI motherboard is the flagship Ryzen 1800X, which will be liquid cooled for maximum impact. What more needs to be said really? The 1800X is a beast when it comes to productivity, and is more than capable when it comes to gaming. Speaking of gaming, we have the MSI RX 480 Gaming X 8G on hand, which is plenty fast enough for 1080p or even 1440p gaming. We decided against liquid cooling this component as it will allow the winner to more easily upgrade the graphics card down the track. For storage, we have the Kingston Savage 240GB SSD, which will work nicely as a boot drive, and I'll pre-install Windows 10 on this for the winner. Here's a look at the drive. So yeah, very nice drive, big enough for a boot drive, and there'll be plenty of room in the system for secondary 3.5-inch hard drives for additional storage. I assume that whoever's winning this system probably already has a computer and has a bit of their own, well, has their own storage, so they can add that into the new system very easily. Also, Kingston has sent along their HyperX Savage DDR4 memory, and we have two black modules. I believe it's DDR4 3000 stuff, and yeah, that's going to look good in the system and unleash the performance of the Ryzen processor. Now for the case. Since this is a global giveaway and the system could be sent quite some distance, we decided against going for a fridge-sized PC like the impressive The Tower 900. Instead, we've gone with the much more compact yet equally impressive View 31. Like the Tower 900, which is this big fella here, the View 31 utilises tempered glass in favour of acrylic windows, and really that is great news. Anyone who's bought a case with acrylic knows that pretty much out of the box it looks fantastic. You take the plastic off and it's all nice and shiny, and then the second you get some fingerprints and whatnot on there and you go to wipe it off, it scuffs quite easily. You also get scratches, and it really just detracts from the cool effect of being able to see in your computer and look at all that fancy hardware. Another cool thing about the View 37 is it is only a mid-tower case, though it is very spacious because I don't know how well you guys can see this, but it's 250mm wide. And typically cases, the wider ones are around 220mm, so that extra 30mm provides a lot of extra space for cable management and stuff like that, so I have no excuse when it comes to the cables on the back side of the case, which you can see through that tempered glass panel, so I'll have to have that all nice and neat. And Thermaltake have sent along their mod sleeve cables anyway, so they'll look good on the front side, but I'll have to tuck away all the power supply cables on the back side, but I'm confident we can make that look pretty cool. All up, this case tips the scales at 10.7 kilos, which is quite heavy for what is a relatively small mid-tower, but keep in mind it does have a pair of 4mm thick tempered glass panels, and they do add a lot of weight to the package. The model Thermaltake has supplied comes with two LED fans pre-installed. They're the blue models. And as cool as they are, we will actually be ditching them. Thermaltake has supplied over $200 worth of fans for this build by sending along 2 packs of their awesome looking Ring Plus RGB fans. So in total we have half a dozen 120mm fans to play with. In case the 6 RGB fans weren't going to be flashy enough, Thermaltake has also sent along their Lumicolor 256C Rgb Light Strip Kit. These magnetic LED strips look amazing, and I use them in my The Tower 900 build, which you usually see to my right in most of the videos. Powering everything is the Tough Power Grand Rgb 850 watt gold certified fully modular power supply. So we have more than enough power for this build, and the winner will have room to expand down the track. Now for cooling, Thermaltake has supplied their new W4 RGB water block to cool the Ryzen CPU. We also have the Pacific RL360 radiator, PR22DR pump and reservoir, some RGB hard tube fittings, and a heap of compression fittings all in black. The build will be drained and shipped to the winner dry. The package will include 2 bottles of C1000 liquid in red to top it back up. So an incredible amount of hardware is going into this build, and I'm very proud that with less than 100,000 subscribers we've been able to offer such a fantastic complete build. Again, a big thank you to Thermaltake and their partners. Without them I simply couldn't have done this. No less made it a global giveaway. Well, that's all for now. I hope you guys are as excited about this upcoming build as I am. Speaking of which, I better go get cracking. I do anticipate a late night tonight, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it. Thanks for watching. I'm your host Steve, and stay tuned because you are not going to want to miss part 2. See you guys.